so we're going to record this, so when we get to the point of asking questions, please speak up so that we can hear it on the video. You got that all ready to go, Siska?
It's rolling.
Okay, super. Thank you. So welcome everybody to our 18th vendor training night. It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces from last year and also see some new faces, so welcome, welcome. I think we'll go ahead and get started with introductions. I think I covered that. Bonita, could you start an attendance sheet going around, please? Do you have paper?
I do not. I left it in the driveway.
Tegan does. Tegan, would you start an attendance sheet going around, please? Tegan will start it.
All right.
All right, so we'll start with the introductions, and since you're first on the list, Bonita and Richie, I'll let you go.
We're Bonita and Rich Riley with Backyonder Farms. We do vegetables and chicken and eggs and bacon.
And you're located,
Coham.
thank you.
And you've been on board how long?
How on the board? I don't know. Several years. We've been with the market since 2014, 15, something like that.
Yeah, like 12 years now, I think. Yes. Okay, so welcome, Bonita and Richie. Siska, I think you're next.
Oh.
Francisco Malsey Murphy. I've been with the board since 2014, a vendor before that. And
Just another year.
And next on the list, I'm Beverly Rawlings, and together with Brenda Rates, who is not here this evening due to a scheduling conflict, we founded the market together in 2009, and so this is my 18th, 19th year of doing this, and it's my happy place. So welcome again, everybody. Let's see, we've got Beth next.
Yeah, I'm Beth Johnson. I'm the secretary on the board. And I think it's been maybe like 2016 or 17.
Yeah, so like 10 years. Yeah, and while we're over there, Teresa Fortune is our past president, and she takes care of our Little Sprouts area and does such a wonderful job with that. And I think she's spoken to a few of you about that tonight already. Matt, you're up next.
Matt Tinnell with Triple H Family Farms. I am the sergeant of the arms, I guess, on the board. So anyhow, we've been doing this for, hold on, 7 years? No,
Longer than that.
almost 10.
Yeah.
Almost
yeah.
10 years, so
Right.
anyhow.
And you're from what area?
We're from Marshall. We do
Yes.
nothing but produce.
Yes. Thank you, Matt. And with Kim, and Kim is not here this evening, but you'll see her face a lot at the market. Brenda, like I said, is not here this evening due to a scheduling conflict. Jill Stephenson is new to our board. She's with Heimsoth Farm up around Concordia. And Jill has the flu tonight. So do Marty and Joe Yoder, who are also on our board with Yoder's Fried Pies. So guys, be careful. It's going around. Wash your hands. Take good care of yourselves. Tegan, you want to go ahead?
I'm Tegan Tucker. I'm the new market manager as of December. I was a vendor way back in the day for a few minutes when my kids were little, so I've been around the market for a long time. I'm excited to be here.
We're really excited to have you, Tegan. And Tegan's from Green Ridge, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Right, yes, yes. And then our special guests include Kirk Martin here with the Pettis County Health Center, and Jeff Root over here with Weights and Measures. So thank you both very much for being here year after year to help us out. All right, now I'd like to have you all introduce yourselves, and we'll go around the room. We'd like to know your names, where you're from, and what do you hope to sell at the market in, sorry, that should say 2026. So we'll start here with Route 54.
We're Route 54. We're from Collins. We sell gourmet mushrooms and specialty jams at Makisha and Travis.
Thank you.
I'm Peyton. This is Kiernan. I live in Sedalia, and I'm thinking, I'm not a vendor, but I'm thinking about, I sell plants, tropical plants that I grow myself, so.
Wonderful. Great to have you here. Megan?
Hello, my name's Megan. We're with Hedge Haven Farm. My husband and I have kids. We just do some produce, small amount of baked goods, and a few little things that our kids make. That's about it.
Thank you, Megan. Taylor, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm not a special guest in this.
I think you're special.
I'm Taylor Riley, offspring of Backyard Farms. I now am part of the ag department here at State Fair. So I'm vendor slash working with farmers market to create internships for the college and such things like that. And I do whatever.
She's our state fair liaison.
Yes, State Fair Community College Liaison, yes. Ellen and Eugene?
Ellen Carmen, this is my husband Eugene, she has Carmen Farms, and we sell vegetables and baked goods.
And flowers.
And amazing moms.
Mums, lots of mums in the fall, I do jams and jellies, pies, cinnamon rolls, and quite a few tomatoes, and a few this way vegetables.
Yeah. Marla?
I'm Marla Stepich. I'm known as the Doll Lady since 2013. So I don't know who all has my dolls anymore, but they're getting around. I made a few.
Marla's dolls get around, yeah. All right. Kent and Joyce and Donnie?
I'm Kent Stofford, and I've been doing this since 2015. This is coming up my 12th year. I do vegetables, and I also sell jugs here, breakfast. So that's,
Thank you, thank you. Mr. Heifer?
My name's Rodney Heaper, and I'm from Emma, and I'm recently retired, and I'm green as the grass out on the lawn, so I'm here to learn and observe and try to get some pointers.
Very good.
I'm Kathy Holston, it's my husband Jerry, my son Skylar. We're with the Jam and Jelly Stand Market and Farm venue out of Florence. We started with the boozy jams and jellies. We have this seasonings and rubs. We have a couple food trucks. We do kettle corn. And I do some killer cinnamon rolls. So anyway, hopefully we'll try.
Thank you, Kathy. Bill?
Bill Wilkin, Wilkin Family Farm, Paul Camp, and I have beef, chicken, and pork, and a little bit of produce and maybe some eggs this year.
Okay, thank you. Ann?
Ann Miller with Twisted Cedar Farm. I think we've been coming since 2021, and we mostly sell bouquets and flowers. And last fall, I started doing some chocolates and candy. So
It was wonderful. Thank you. Where's that?
My name's Marissa. My business is Dolce Di Marchi, and I think this is my 4th season with the market. And I do like European-inspired baked goods, sourdough, macarons, pastries, and things like that.
Vicki Norton, Vicky's Pies, and I've been there a long time. I can't remember the year I started. But
I could look back and see, long time,
yeah,
long time.
but I'll be there every Friday.
Wonderful. Kellen, I saw you sneak in back there.
Kellen Brandt with Brandt Farm Produce. We grew sweet corn. We've been coming to this will be our 3rd year.
Glad to have you here. Thanks for coming. All right, so you can see some of the views from last year. And we, like I said, it's our happy place. We have a great time at the market. And I hope you can see that on folks' faces. This is Jill right here, that's on our board but not here this evening. And let's see, I think we've got Joe and Marty's family on there. There's Marty in the purple dress in their scarecrow competition. But yeah, we have a great time at the market. So just a disclaimer, this is training, but we're not going to cover everything tonight. So we love helping you to find the information that you need to be successful, but you alone are responsible for learning and compliance with all federal, state, and local rules that apply to the products that you'll be bringing to the market. The market has liability insurance, but it does not cover your products, okay? So it's very important that you be the expert on what you're bringing to the market. All right, without further ado, and get Kirk home at a decent hour, we're gonna let Kirk with Pettis County Health Center give a high-level overview of what you would need to know to sell at farmers markets.
Why don't we just do that? All right.
Yep.
So
Most of you work under the cottage law guidelines. Some of you do have certified kitchens. That opens up your availability of offerings. The Missouri Home-Based Food Group, if you guys do not have a copy of that, it's available on the Missouri Department of Health's website. And it basically covers your cakes, cookies, breads, jams, jellies. It talks about your things that are exempt from the food code and items that are allowed from a home kitchen. One of the things we want to talk about in a home kitchen, you know, you still have to put your ingredients on there, at least the most on your ingredients, your weight of the package, which Jeff will talk to you here in a little bit. Your packaging is an important part. If you use allergens, you should list the allergens, or at least identify that you come in contact with known allergens. That should be labeled on your stuff.
Last line is probably
Yeah.
most applicable to you.
And then, yes, the last line, you're supposed to have some sort of a placard that states that you are prepared in a kitchen that is not subject to inspection by a health department. If you have a kitchen that I have come and inspected, then you do not have to apply that, obviously, but you should keep your records of your inspection and stuff readily available if somebody would inquire. Okay, so your fruits and vegetables, you get one cut off the vine. There's no processing, no making salads, no cutting up different fruits and vegetables. You got to sell it as a whole fruit to cut off the vine. The one thing you can do, it may be on the next slide, is you can do dried mixes, herbs or soup mixes. So again, we're just running through that. Anybody have any questions so far on the do's and don'ts there? Honey, we really don't do much with honey as long as you're truthful in naming. You cannot cut honey unless you, and then it's a honey product. Honey needs to be raw and
Not mixed with anything.
not mixed with anything. Jeff, you talk about meats.
We just,
Come touch on it.
other than the pack label, the way it's always.
Yeah. So the big thing is your meats have to be kept frozen. And then you have your poultry and rabbit exemptions. If you guys need to know more about that, you can call myself or Jeff on that. Jeff's actually, his department actually
That'd be
on
animal
that.
health. You can get hold of that animal health department.
Yeah, all right. So all these foods listed here, your smoked and cured meats, canned foods, fermented foods, beans, sprouts, definitely, and ready-to-eat food prepared on site. All those require special processes or a certified kitchen. Basically, they are not allowed in a farmer's market setting under the cottage law.
You want to explain the canned low-acid foods just a little bit more?
Well, basically, I have a handout that explains it better, but basically your green beans, your foods that are not shelf stable, and that are even your jams and jellies that have reduced sugar. Trying to do fat-free jams and jellies or reduced sugar, those are not allowed. And anything that is, so green beans, any vegetable that you're canning is not allowed to be sold. And to include everybody's favorite thing to want to do is your salsas. So again, this is talking about your better process control school. 3 of my most favorite days of my life were spent at that school. I didn't know that there were so many parts to the lip of a can. Basically, if you have something that you would want to try to market, a salsa, a barbecue sauce, some type of a soup or something, you have 2 options. You either go to the school and get the required equipment to do so, a retort canner that's got tons of bells and whistles that records multiple stages of the canning operation, or you could go through a packer and have them run your recipe through a process control, then they can pack it for you. The process control makes sure that make sure that your product that you're canning is going to be stable in that can once it's done.
And I have several handouts that Kirk has provided, so if anybody needs those, get in touch with me and I will get you the handouts for these specific areas. I think most of you are well educated on this, but if we have folks that need the information, I can get it to you.
And this is a good time also to say that if you have special questions or needs, my number will be, I think it's posted at the end of this, but call me. I'd rather help you walk through it than get to the farmer's market and shut you down. So.
Right, and one thing that we love about Kirk in particular is that he helps us find ways to get things done. Not to skirt the rules, but finds reasonable ways to help us accomplish safe food for the customer and protects you as well. So Kirk is a wonderful resource. Don't be afraid of him. A lot of people hear health department and they're like, oh, I don't, he's great to work with, and that he will ask questions and find ways to get to a yes. So.
That's true. I always tell everybody, I said, I try to do 2 things. I try to help you achieve what you're wanting to do, and I try to keep you off of Facebook in a negative light. So. Once you mess up, it's all good until it's not, and then when it's not, it's over. So you think you've been doing this for years and years and years, and you've never had anybody get sick, but the one time you do, it's done. So we're here to help prevent that from happening.
Right. It doesn't just reflect on you, it reflects on the whole market. So we want everybody to be in compliance.
I can do that if you want to sit down. Was that the end of mine?
Yeah, unless you got more that you want to add.
One thing I was going to talk about a little bit, in your kitchens at home, let's make sure we're doing good food handling. Are we, washing our hands before we start, washing our kitchens, getting the pets out of the kitchen, making sure that we don't have hair and stuff flying around in the kitchen. When you're done and you're packaging the stuff up, are you using gloved hands? Are you doing bare hand? So when it's cooked, it's considered ready to eat foods. All right, it's ready for the consumer. No bare hand contact with ready to eat foods. Now I know you're not in an inspected kitchen, but you still need to follow the guidelines in the food code as far as proper handling of your foods that are ready to eat. So your cake batters and stuff, you do not have to wear gloved hands. You should wash your hands thoroughly, but it's going through a baking process. So that baking process will technically sterilize the food, but once it's baked, it's ready to eat. So we need to either use utensils or put gloves on our hands. No bare hand contact. And then the other thing is when you're doing stuff and you want to lick your fingers, no. No finger licking going on. This is not KFC. So, and I always tell the story. I walked through a church one day when they were preparing for a big event and had a whole counter full of ladies putting peanut butter in and celery and crackers and stuff, and not a glove on their hands. And then the one lady gets peanut butter on her finger and she reaches up there and licks it off her finger and just proceeds to go on. So I hate to be that guy going through church, but I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, people. And, certain times of year, like right now with the flu and norovirus and everything going on, that stuff matters more so than ever. And, you may think, well, my germs are great. I don't have a problem with them, but the next person may not think that about you.
Also, one important thing that, can produce be set on the ground?
In a container or crate.
Okay. It's important to note that even if it's like pumpkins, they're not to set on the bare grounds.
When you're selling.
When you're selling, yes.
Once they've come out of the field, you're supposed to try to handle them to a degree. Now, if you want to put straw down or something, just to keep it off the bare ground. I don't get so worried about the pumpkins and stuff as your vegetables more so.
Melons.
Coming up. Your melons, your pumpkins, watermelons count. Handle them with care, but most of that stuff's getting cored out or rind. I will say this, well, you guys are all selling everything whole, so. The freeze-dried fruits has been a big freeze-dried candy and freeze-dried fruits. And they're really all over the board. I called state, and every time I call them, I get a little bit of a different answer. Not completely different, but right now we're letting both of those kind of happen. I know that doesn't kind of meet the no processing on the fruits and stuff. So that's been my argument with the state. It's just a new concept that hopefully, or it's a concept that's been because of technology more readily available to sell to the market. So I would say that ruling this year or next year will finally get kind of narrowed in on exactly what we can do. If in doubt, don't throw it out, right? If in doubt, don't do it. So, Beth, anything else? Any questions?
Any questions for Kirk?
If you do have something you want to talk about, please feel free to give me a call. I may not have the answer, but I could definitely drill down and figure out if we can or can't do it or how we could do it. And really, the farmer's market has been kind of dear to my heart as well, because we've actually grown 2 or 3 businesses through the farmer's market to a sustainable business. And in a couple of those businesses, we literally had to walk through some stuff to get them to where they're at. I mean, we had to okay stuff with temporary exceptions. We really had to kind of keep track of our processes, and their heightened awareness really helped make sure that they were doing as safe as we could without having a certified kitchen. So, all right, I'm going to go.
All right, thank you, Kirk.
I will talk to you later.
Sounds good. We'll be in touch with you.
Good to see y'all.
Okay, the screen says Kim, but it's going to be Matt tonight. That's working with Jeff to give us an overview of weights and measures. I know most of you are familiar with this. It feels like I'm giving you the whole load of hay, even though I know most of you know this already, but this is also a requirement for everybody that would vend at the market. So we want them to have complete and accurate information that we video and put on our YouTube channel as well. Ready?
I guess I am. All right. So the retail sale of fruits, vegetables, and all other commodities sold by weight, measure, or count, or regulated by the state Department of Agriculture there by the weights and measures. Jeff is the guy. Everybody met him. We brought a scale in to have certified. Jeff, you got anything to say real quick before I get started?
Could you step over here, Jeff, to be on the...
He was talking about the honey. Even though honey's a liquid, you sell it by weight, not by volume.
Yeah, yeah.
So if somebody's new to honey,
yeah, yeah,
that's
right.
something
Yeah.
that's odd.
Okay, all right.
Pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Why I certify the scales is for the customers and you, so you don't shortchange the customers or you don't shortchange yourself. Okay. Egg licensing. It's easy, it's a $25 annual fee, just go online and put in for it and you get it. It's an annual fee, you have to do it every year. I think it's what, in May? June, it comes through now?
Yeah.
In June?
Like you guys will get the retailer for farmer's market.
Right.
If you get the plain retailer, you have to have a no tax due statement, but you don't have to have that for the farmer's market.
Okay.
All eggs gotta be, packaged, must be washed, candled, sized, and graded, okay? You cannot sell any eggs that are unclean, period, in the subject. They gotta be clean.
You gotta refrigerate them too.
Once you wash them, you have to refrigerate them, all right? All packaging must be marked with the date it's packaged, grade standard, size, and your license number on it. You can reuse cartons as long as it's your tag on it. So if you put a label on it and scratch out everything else on that label or on that carton that doesn't pertain to your farm, as long as it has your information on there, you can use it. And it's got to be clean. You can't use something that's dirty. Let's see here. Prepackaged items must include the name of the product if you cannot easily identify it. Lettuce, you can easily identify. Bread, you'll have to probably put what kind of bread or cookies or what type of cookies are on it. It must state the net weight on it, all right? The size of it. And then I think that's it. Don't use approximately. It's got to be the actual weight on it, all right?
And you can use non-legal for trade scale to package stuff if you want. You don't have to.
Yeah, we got a slide on that here in just a sec.
Yep, all right. All right, right here, what he was just saying, let's see, where's that at? Second one, scales used for pre-packaging do not have to meet certification requirements. But when you use this, you can come to the market and be like, I want to weigh that. And it better be the weight of that, approximately. Doesn't have to be at least.
Yes.
At least.
At least. So if you say 5 pounds of lettuce in there, he dumps that bag, that lettuce better be weighing 5 pounds or more, not less.
You have to watch for moisture loss on some things.
Good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
More, you know. All right. You can methods you can sell by, you know.
I gave her some
Yeah, I've got some here.
copies.
All right.
Okay.
So you can sell by the weight, measurements, or the count. That's how you can do it. All right. Next one. The scales you can use are legal for trade. All right. When you go and look online, they will have legal for trade. You can see it. There's a website somewhere that shows them.
The Weights and Measures website.
Yeah, weight and measures will show you.
If you find a scale and you're not sure about it, you can call and we can look it up for you.
Yep. Next one. Serial number. There's the information. If you need to get a hold of Jeff, he'll be able to tell you. All right, let's roll on. All right, scales not to use: infant scales, bathroom scales, restaurant portion scales, postal scales, or kitchen utility scales. You cannot use those to sell at the market. If you have any questions or anything, this guy right here, and if your scale goes down throughout the season, you need to go out and buy a new one. Call him and he'll schedule you, and he'll meet you somewhere, or he can come out to your farm or whatever to get you certified and get you back up on the road.
It usually doesn't take too long unless we're off or something.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
anything else? Any questions?
Jeff, do you have things to add?
Nope, we're pretty well covered.
Okay, all righty. And again, Tegan has handouts for those of you who need information on how you can sell things by weight, by quantity, etc. So that handout is over there. Jeff, thanks again for being here every year. We sure appreciate you.
Yep, that's it.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll get back at it.